Uh, for today's video, uh, today's gonna be what if Germany won World War One. I already colored in the colonies again. So we got Austria. Yep, Archduke Franz Ferdinand is shot in Sarajevo by a Serb Bosnian nationalist. They declare war on Serbia. What did I do? That makes Russia angry, so they declare war on Austria, which makes Germany angry, so they declare war on Russia. That makes France say, hey, that ain't cool, so they declare war on Germany because of the Entente faction between the two. So yeah, there's the short explanation for what happened to the lead up to World War One. Almost said two out of half it. So Germany does the Schlieffen Plan still. They invade Luxembourg, Belgium, quickly and swiftly. This makes the British angry, so they declare war on the Germans. Shortly after that, Australia quickly hops on this. Austria makes some minor gains into Serbia. Germany makes a bigger push this time, with less to worry about on the east with Russia. Instead of being more competent in this timeline, Russia, just as Germany predicted, takes a long time to mobilize their whole army. Where's Paris? Like, geographically speaking. It's right about there. I think here. Maybe here. So yeah, they're right outside of Paris. I'm gonna just say that they take the border regions of Alsace-Lorraine. The Ottomans join in on the war against the Allied powers. Also, to assure a German victory, the Ottomans are going to be beefed up too. Like, they make reforms in like the 1900s, or the early 1900s. They reform their economy. They're still unstable though, but yeah, they're better this time. So they quickly take over Kuwait, Qatar. They take that island, but I think colored in. Plus, the white is too similar to the water. So yeah. They push the British back in, I forget what this peninsula is called, but they don't do that. They push them to the Suez, and that's about it. Instead of attacking in the winter, stupid idea, they push in the summer into the Caucasus, which leads to a actually successful Caucasus run, encircling about 80,000 Russians. They then push to a more defensible region of the Caucasus, and now it's winter again. Finally, Russia makes an advance into Austrian territory. Bulgaria chooses to join in on the war, which catches Serbia's flanks wide open. So there's no one here. Nils is captured eventually Macedonia. Whatever forces Serbia could scramble together, most of their country has already been taken over. So eventually they are pushed out of Montenegro. That place has the N word. But I switched to the regular blue. Anyways. Now what happens essentially is that they retreat into Albania and Greece. I'm not going to show it on the map though. So a peaceful operation. Austria and Albania were pretty good friends. And they said, hey, I'm going to put my troops through here to get the Serbs that ran into your territory, okay? And Albania just went fine by me. So they're going to be an occupied power for the majority of this. With some better advancements for the Central Powers, Italy is going to remain neutral this time. Great choice. Now that these guys are trenched up, time for to take out the true sick man in Europe in this timeline. With some competent generals, or some more competent generals in Galicia, they get kicked out of there, which leads to a wider front. With no major push by the Russians, with successful deep into Austrian territory, Romania never joins. They push up towards Petrograd. Eagle. Then they get a small man with a funny mustache over to Petrograd. He starts a funny little revolution, turns the country communist, starts a famine, and then he died. Russia surrenders, by the way. I'll just have it be like this, so that I know it's like this isn't how it happened, but there was one unfair treaty, then they didn't accept. Then there's another worse unfair treaty that they had to kind of accept. Yeah, but I'll just have it colored in like this and have it be one of the full treaty. Anyways, over here, seeing how successful an Ottoman encirclement in the Caucasus was, Germany was like, hey, let's do that. So unrealistically, they start a massive battle over here. I don't know if there's any major cities over here. Should I just pull up Google Maps in the middle of making this video and check? Anyways, they push out with it's not called Dunkirk. I know that, but I don't know what it's called anymore. They encircle the then called Dunkirk. I'm not gonna have it be like then the English just retreat. World War II. The English fighting with side by side with the French to the very last man. The honorable way to go. Don't retreat, you heartless bastards. Oh, I forgot they had Gibraltar on this map. Also, the majority of good French soldiers weren't there. It's more or less evenly diversified. When you think about it, in World War I, Italy was like a swing state. Whoever looked more appealing was the one Italy was going to join. And the competent Germans this time around don't send an ultimate. Don't tell Mexico, hey, you should invade America to get territory that you lost over, like this territory you lost about 100 years ago back. Or sinking their favorite boat off the coast of the United Kingdom. That pissed them off. I'm gonna use the pencil for this one, but over about where Paris is, there's gonna be a push for Paris by the Central Powers with more supply because they Austria and the Ottomans don't have to worry about about a uh, fronts really. They have this one that this one doesn't really isn't that important. You can scribble Oman and Yemen off the map and no one would really care. And they already have the British push back to the Suez, which is a pretty defendable point. Oh, I forgot about German. Oh, I forgot about German Africa. That's pretty realistic. It wouldn't 100% be like that. But Paris, I'll mark it in orange right here. I think I moved it a little bit. It should be here. Shut up. Anyways, so they encircle Paris. So they encircle Paris, or they're about to. Now, France has a tough decision here. It should be pushed back to but yeah. Either they can abandon their city or fight to the very last man, because they ain't gonna win this. Germany has enough troops, enough manpower, enough equipment, and enough everything. Whereas the majority of the rich sections of France are gone. Like, historically speaking, these are the richest regions, and that is the richest region. Anyways, so they decide to do the best move, in my opinion, and that is to get as many troops the hell out of there. I don't care if it's your capital. When it's about to be encircled, why let more men die for a battle you're not going to win? Anyways, so France loses pretty much all its morale. They take Brittany. They start pushing down with less morale, that stuff. Bordeaux. France and the British see the writing on the wall and they both surrender. Yay! Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to individually color all these guys in. And I'm not gonna make this like a war of Kaiser Reich or Kaiser Redux, by the way. I'm not gonna have the royal family flee to Canada. I'm not gonna have the French Republic live on in North Africa. Okay, so here's the peace treaty. Yep. Look at it in its glory. So we got Germany. They annexed. I'll start off with Germany. They annexed Luxembourg, this region of Belgium, because they invaded it. And they annexed some border regions around Alsace-Lorraine. They also puppeted Ukraine, Belarus, Poland, Lithuania, Estonia, and Finland. Up next is Austria. Austria has no border changes, but they have a minor one. It used to be like going out like that. It dipped in. They puppeted Serbia and Montenegro. Up next, or I'll continue with Germany for their colonies. They set up this chunky boy here. They also set up German East Africa. East Africa? What the fuck? German East Asia. They annexed the rest of the island of Papua New Guinea, except for this half because it's Dutch. Hate Dutch. The Ottomans annexed the Caucasus and the eastern half of Egypt. I tried to make the Nile the border, but I think I sucked at it. They also annexed this little peninsula, and the British would not give up the Suez Canal. They also annexed Qatar and Kuwait. Bulgaria? Strong Bulgaria beats up Serbia. They annexed Nils, I think is how you pronounce it, Macedonia. There's a blue speck here.